It wasn't a trailer or an announcement on social media that brought the Overwatch and Street Fighter crossover to my attention. It was actually a friend that I regularly catch up with online dropping a link into our group chat and saying, "Hey, these skins kind of look great." And he was right. The whole lineup from Hanzo's Ryu to Kiriko's Jury, it just felt like a love letter to Street Fighter, and it was a smart fit for Overwatch's expressive and colourful world. It got me thinking not only about how iconic Street Fighter is, but also how Overwatch continues to be this quiet meeting place for me and my friends. We're not pushing ranked or hardcore modes and not really even in it to win it. Overwatch is pretty much the game where we just hang out, talk about our days, and as I've written about before, it's our weekly mental health check-in. When something like this comes along, we fire up the game and check it out for a session or two. It's always exciting when iconic franchises collide, but behind the scenes, this feels like something even more meaningful, as there's a clear and deliberate strategy here by Blizzard that's reconnecting players with Overwatch in fresh and creative ways. If it's a sign of where Overwatch is headed, I'm all for it. While Overwatch has always had nods to Blizzard's broader universe, the Warcraft crossover was the first time it felt truly big to me. Sure, we've seen references before, but having Reinhardt suited up as Arthas was a sight to behold. It wasn't just a skin, but a loving tribute to one of my favourite characters, and as someone who mostly plays as Zenyatta, getting to float around as Thrall was another highlight for me. Since then, Blizzard's been steadily extending their scope by setting their sights on other franchises. I've started paying more attention to when collaborations move beyond Blizzard, like Transformers, Porsche, and even Gundam. All of them brought some amazing skins to our favourite characters, and I have to give extra credit to the Gundam crossover because it gave us one of Mercy's coolest skins yet. But beyond just brand synergy, these crossovers do something else. They help you connect more personally to your favourite characters. I'm genuinely excited to play as a Dalsim style Zenyatta, and it adds lasting appeal to the heroes that I already enjoy playing. My only hope is that more of these packs cycle back into rotation someday, similar to the Fortnite store, so newer players, or those of us who missed them the first time around, get another chance. As a long-time Street Fighter fan, seeing Zenyatta as Dalsim and Soldier 76 as Guile land in Overwatch was a real treat. The pairings feel intentional and well thought out, and like all the best Blizzard collaborations, they're built with real care and production value. These are high quality skins that fit right into Overwatch's expressive and stylized world. That said, as impressive as these crossovers have been, there's a continuing growing concern that's hard to ignore in the pricing. Some of these bundles land at a price point that could be pushing fans out of the experience. It's not a knock on the quality because Blizzard's clearly putting the work in, but it does raise questions about accessibility, especially when these events are time limited. Still, the timing for this one couldn't be any better. The Street Fighter set wraps up just a few days before Street Fighter 6 launches on the Nintendo Switch. Whether intentional or not, it's a smart bit of synergy, and it could be a sign that Overwatch 2 is being positioned for a future on the Switch 2 as well. I guess time will tell. Not every crossover hits the same, but some are fun but forgettable, while others stick with you. Either it's because they fit the character so well, or they just surprise you in the best possible way. For me, the best ones manage to do both. When there's something about a special skin that just fits, particularly Thrall Zenyatta as I mentioned before, it just felt like a natural extension of the hero, and the same goes for Dalsim. It's almost a perfect match. But surprise counts for a lot too. I never expected to see Porsche or Gundam in Overwatch, but once they landed, they added a fresh burst of energy that made me want to jump back in. I also think a great crossover gives you a sense of ownership of being able to express your version of your favourite hero in a way that feels cool, personal, and, you know what, maybe even nostalgic. There was a time when Overwatch felt like it had stalled. Updates were slow and the community was growing restless, and the magic that once defined the series seemed to be fading. But in recent months, that's changed, and fast. Whether it was the looming threat of Marvel rivals shaking things up, or just a renewed focus on the core experience, Overwatch felt reinvigorated. From feature overhauls like the new stadium and perks and a steady stream of new heroes, modes, and thoughtful collaborations, it's clear that Blizzard is doubling down on what makes the game special. This Street Fighter collaboration is just the latest sign of this trend. And a cool skin may seem like a small deal, but when it gets players excited again and brings friends back into the game for a night or two, it's doing more than just selling cosmetics. It's re-engaging players by connecting them to their other favourite franchises. That's why I think Overwatch is currently going from strength to strength. It's a great game to jump in whether you've been away for a few seasons or are just looking for a reason to reconnect with some friends. But let's throw it out there. What's your dream Overwatch crossover? Drop your comments in the reply whether it's classic anime, Nintendo icons, or something totally wild. I would love to hear what you'd bring into the world of Overwatch. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you liked it, the best way you can support What's It Like is by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with your friends. For more reviews, click on the thumbnails to the right, and for everything Nintendo, check out what'sitlike.com.au.